There are many people who are very committed to defending the historical truth of the Bible, and I understand the impulse. The Bible is, it's our sacred text, and also defending the Bible has been part of the Christian tradition in some form since almost its very beginning. But there is a difference between defending the Bible today and defending the Bible in the past. In the past, defending the Bible was almost entirely an internal thing. In other words, it was just about dealing with the Bible itself, what it contains. What's changed over the past couple of hundred years, since the 18th and then big time in the 19th centuries, is the introduction of external evidence, various sciences and archaeology. And, if I could just say this, archaeology of two types. There's archaeology that recovers, let's call it material remains, like pottery and cities and graves and things like that. And then there is another type that really, gives us written documents, like religious and political documents from the ancient world. And with that, here's what happened. Once we began learning about the ancient context of the Old Testament and New Testament and how the Bible often, not always, but often mirrors the cultures and customs of other older people groups, the defense of the Bible took a new turn. Now, Christians who engage in defending the Bible can't focus on the internal evidence. They have had to engage the discipline of history. And folks, that is not easy. And it's not elitist for me to say so. Doing history is more complicated than a Google search or reading a book or two you agree with. It's serious business, and I have to keep learning all the time. And I know that can sound discouraging to some. Who has the time for this, right? But let me leave you just with a thought, maybe to reorient the whole discussion. What if our faith is not rooted in the Bible being utterly, perfectly historical and utterly different from the world that produced it? What if we actually learn to expect the Bible to reflect the cultural context in which it came about? To get more theological, if I can, what if God showing up in the world always takes human form? What if the divine is seen through the human and not despite it? In other words, what if history isn't our enemy? Now, I know that's a lot to chew on, but, what can I say, folks? In all seriousness, welcome to Christian theology. There are no shortcuts.